Lee, happy at the back? Yep. Gentlemen, please.
Hashim, you must be happy that the campaign is back on track?
Yeah, absolutely. After the first defeat, this kind of competition, if you lose the first one, you're quite pretty much under pressure to win the next two. Unfortunately, we managed to get on the board.
Hashim, the other thing, just about Chris Morris was his debut, Aaron coming into the team. How much do you take out of them putting in performances like they did today in such a big game?
Yeah, we all knew Chris and Pangi. They've been with the team. Chris with the T20 team, and Pangi's been with us for a while. I think everybody in the team kind of knew of the skills and their hunger for the game. And unfortunately, today they managed to prove it as such. The environment in the team is really conducive for youngsters coming in and expressing themselves. So we really pride ourselves on that, and we're really happy that they did well.
Just to follow up on that, Sosobe again, he's an experienced player who's really come to the fore today. Did he take it upon himself to lead the attack in the absence of Steyn and Morpho?
That's what it seemed like. I think the game, we didn't have a lot to defend. 230 odd is, I think we thought was power on this type of wicket. Fortunately, Maury and him up front, and you said Lopsy kind of, seemed to be at his best. He kept scoring really tight. And I think he, as you said, he led from the front, which is something we're really happy that he's done well.
Hashim, were you surprised at how relatively easy the victory was in the end?
Yeah, we kind of thought, as I said, 230 was par, but I think the way we kind of fielded and bowled up front made 230 seem a lot more. The wicket deteriorated, and it wasn't an easy wicket to bat on. And as Pangiso and Robin Peterson and JP Duminy bowled, the spinning overs, it made it a lot more difficult. And I think, fortunately, 230 was enough.
Hash, why is it that you seem to prosper on difficult wickets? The more difficult they are, the more likely you seem to score runs.
I don't know. I'm just glad that I could manage to contribute to the team's success today. It was a tough wicket, and up front, myself and Colby kept chatting to each other. At times, it felt like we were going to find the next run. But in hindsight, I think that was probably a really vital partnership, seeing out the first 10 overs, and I think we got about 30 odd. So I'm just fortunate to have contributed a bit.
Hashim, what's it like facing Pakistan's all left-arm pace attack? They all seem to present a different challenge.
Yeah, it's obviously unique to world cricket. We don't face many left-armers and then a barrage of off-spinners as well. So, the team kind of felt that, and we kind of know that the Pakistan attack is one of the best in the world, especially in this tournament. They bowl really well, and I think just the partnerships that we got going kind of made it easier for us to post a total. But they're really good attack. Unfortunately today, we managed to get 230 odd, and our bowlers kind of just closed the game down for us.
Yeah, Hashim, what effect? Am I okay? Yeah. What effect do you think the highly partisan crowd had on you? Did you respond well to that pressure? Have it been a very Pakistan crowd?
Yeah, listen, we're playing away from home, so no matter where we play, it's always going to be loud. When we played in Cardiff, I don't know if you were there, but it was loud as well, with a lot of Indian supporters. It doesn't really make too much of a difference because we're used to that. We know we're going to be playing away from home, so you don't expect any love from anyone else.
Has the introduction of the two white balls at the top of the innings made a big difference to how you open in one-day games? It seems as if people are sort of reverting to like a more traditional style of opening in one-day cricket than it's been the case recently.
Yeah, I think it has made a difference, especially if the wicket offers a bit of assistance to the seamers. You could go into places like the subcontinent where ideally you would like two new white balls because the wickets are a lot more batter friendly. So I think in these type of conditions it's proven to be quite difficult. It's given the bowlers up front a chance, and if you see through that, then hopefully you can manage to score some runs. I said today was probably a good example for that.
Hashim, the Doommongers were out after your first defeat and the injuries to your bowlers and Smith and Callis not being here. It's looking a lot rosier now, isn't it, after this win?
That's how the game goes, brother. You know, it's a fickle game. You know, without a doubt. I mean, we're not having firstly Dale and Monet in the team. Any bowling attack without those guys is going to be, we'll miss them. And obviously we know that Jacques and Graham are not here, and their experience is missed. But you know, that's water under the bridge for us. We've got new guys in the team, new energy, and fortunately a victory like this kind of boosts the confidence for everybody.
Hashim, obviously the victory was achieved, but there still seems to be a problem with runouts in this team.
Runouts where?
Can you just put your finger on that? What's going on there?
No, I can't put my finger on it. It's obviously something that we talked about after the last game. I think these two incidences were a bit freaked because both guys seemed to slipped and kind of couldn't make the ground. I mean, when I was batting, I slipped about 3 or 4 times. Unfortunately, I wasn't caught in a bad situation. But I think in this case, I think the guys slipped just off the pitch. It was quite slippery, so it didn't make it any easier for us.
Hashim, you have a lovely fan following also in Pakistan, being a batsman and being a successful batsman. How you rate Pakistan batting line, especially from the last 2 matches? Do you think that that batting line can be internationally, can chase some total like 230?
Did you really ask me that question? I don't know what to say. I mean, obviously 230 you can score. We just bowl well and managed to defend it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.